It's going. Welcome fans, welcome friends, listeners, watchers, frozen Josh face. Did you really just crash? He really just
Hey there.
You got me. I was like, he really just froze right as
I can really hold the
started
pose.
show.
I can really hold the
can.
pose.
You freaked me out a couple times editing. I was like, what? Oh. Anyway.
Is he what? Oh no, he's just not moving. Okay.
Welcome everybody to your weekly Sunday kickoff stream with your friends here at Amazing Fantasy Football. Chris, the all-knowing, and Josh is here too. No, I'm just kidding.
All right, dog. It's you're like it's almost your birthday, but you don't get to get this freaking cocky.
It is. Today's more or less kind of my de facto birthday because Monday's a Monday, so whatever.
Oh
but
man,
yeah.
a Monday birthday is the worst.
Yeah, that's all right.
Actually, you know what? I think like a Tuesday or Wednesday birthday is probably the worst.
Yep, that's fair. I've had a pretty good weekend though. How about you? How's it going?
I'm a little hungover after hanging out with you virtually until like 3 in the morning.
With me and my 17-hour PC build.
Dude,
oh, hey,
I'm pretty
like
sure I
can
can build
that?
a PC faster.
Would you like an update on that? So
Yeah,
I'm pretty
what's
sure
up
what
with
I
that?
did was I reversed the polarity of a 4-pin RGB adapter. Therefore, if you understand what the initials RGB means, red, green, and blue, and it's actually in that order. And then on the far, I guess what would be the left is the voltage pin.
I got what you're saying.
So I'm pretty sure I burnt out.
You put the red with the blue and the blue with the red. Yeah. Or
No,
whatever.
I put the blue with the 12-volt power and the 12-volt power with the blue. So thereby making it probably short. I'm pretty sure I fried the blue and the fans, maybe the blue on my RGB header on my motherboard. So my fans won't quite do blue and they won't turn on. So today's test will be to throw in some regular fans, see if those work. Just the fan part works because I can't get the fans to work. Just those two on the radiator. So I might have lost my RGB fans on my radiator. Yep. The motherboard was not clear on which one was 12 volt. I probably should have just not done it then and waited, but I thought I had it figured out. Even looking back at the header, I was like, what did I see that made me think this, what would it be on the right hand side, I guess, would be the 12 volt power. Yeah. But they've got...
I'm Chris. I pretend to know things about PCs.
Yeah, right. So a mistake was made. But other than that, it seems to be working well.
Okay.
I don't think I had power to the radiator the first time around or something. That is my first AIO, so I think I've fried some fans.
If yours is like mine, it will sing you a AIO song.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
You'll be able to hear it.
Yeah, it's making.
And you don't want to hear a gurgle.
Right
you want to hear a.
Good point.
Don't want to hear that gurgle.
You got some.
We're here to talk about but we're here to talk about computers and everything because this is the Hardware Dynasty stream. I mean, using fantasy football.
Why, I believe he says Mr. Darnell Mooney injured. Should I start Latavius Murray? Second option to start.
What?
Oh, Latavius Murray and who? I thought Darnell Mooney was injured.
No, it sounds like he's going to play.
Oh, so is he asking Murray or Darnell Mooney? I don't know.
I'm not there yet. I didn't open up the thingamajiggy.
Right. I need a schedule in front of me.
I believe the Bears are playing the Bengals.
I think the Bears are playing the Browns.
I believe you're right.
Yeah, because I just saw that it was on TV today. Because Bears, Chicago, all that. Yep, Bears and Browns.
Pretty sure in your thumbnail that you skipped ahead a few frames and you didn't quite get your cutout right.
I don't have a thumbnail.
For today. Oh, okay. My Darnell Mooney injured. Should I start? Latavius Murray, second option to start. Or I believe he's saying Latavius Murray or Darnell Mooney.
He is, yeah. And it is the Lions for Murray, and they're going to run.
Yeah, I remember DXE. It's a like a 14 league or 14 team
good
super
call.
flex.
Good call. Yeah, so it's actually not that bad of an option if you kind of take that into consideration. For his flex, I believe he said, his last spot. Yeah, I'm probably going Murray. Fields first start?
Man, I don't know. I might be going Darnell Mooney there. But yeah, Latavius Murray's going to get Latavius Murray's going up against the Patriots. So it's not a great start, but he's going to get work. He will.
No,
and
it's hold on. No, he doesn't play for the Patriots anymore. He plays for the Ravens now. He plays for the Ravens now, remember?
Oh,
it's the Lions.
oh my God! It's in that case. It's
yeah,
so
he's probably gonna get
Latavius
9 or
Murray.
10 carries and could score.
He even says that too. Jesus.
I need to find a better spot.
I just woke up. I think.
Yeah, we had a rough night.
It was late.
Justin Fields starting. Yeah, I know, but Browns rookie. I just think that's a good.
The
matchup
Browns have
for Mr.
actually been
Murray.
pretty bad against and on defense in general.
Oh, okay.
It's a little.
My heart wants to
head-scratcher.
go Mooney. Absolutely, my heart wants to go Fields and Mooney.
Oh man, I really want to say Mooney, but I mean Latavius. Like if you're looking for guaranteed production, it is Latavius Murray, especially against the Lions.
Yeah, they'll. I bet Tyson will have a nice day and they'll share the wealth. You know, a lot of subs
For sure.
Later
I mean,
on.
if you want some upside, say you went up against Brandon Cooks on Thursday, and you're looking for some upside, yeah, it's going to be Mooney, but there's also that floor of 0, like 2 targets and 0 catches for 0 yards, too. Unfortunately, I mean, Mooney was like a preseason. Oh no, I'm sorry, DXE. I'm sorry, man. He's 2-0 or 0-2.
You mean 0-2? Yeah. That stinks. I managed to avoid that narrowly across 4 leagues. That is, so I'm happy about that.
Look at Chris. I'm so good and blah blah blah.
No, just
I'm
if I was
just
good,
doing
I'd be
flex.
2-0 in every
2-0
league.
in every league and blah
No.
blah blah. Except for every league that I faced Josh, this guy right here.
That's true.
Which in that case, you're 0-2 when you're facing me this year.
That's true, but that doesn't win me the championship. I mean, it contributes. That's fair because you could be in the division or even if you're not in division. Yeah, I mean every win counts. But been horrible losing against top dogs. Yeah.
If you beat me, if I beat you in Dynasty, I'm calling the season a victory, no matter what, because my Dynasty team is an up and comer. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, I'm
Not
off to
a-
pretty
not
good
a very
start,
good
but
team.
it'd be nice to get a little more from Zeke. For goodness sakes, I have to start starting Pollard.
Justin Fields and Jameis Winston, my QBs for now. That's not great, but Winston could have a bounce back game, and Fields definitely has some. He has some legs on him, so he can run, and he's good. He's a good overall quarterback prospect. So, and he's got good weapons around him too. So,
I'm
there's
hoping for big things, man. I really am.
I think that Bears offensive line is not going to do him any favors.
Yeah. I mean, my rating of him this week was conservative for sure, but like I said, my heart wants Mooney and Fields. And
What was your rating for him this week?
I was going to look that up while we were. I don't think I did Murray, but I was going to compare. Hold on.
Oh, Kyler Murray, 5 stars. He was playing
No, not that
Jacksonville
Murray.
Jaguars.
Latavius Murray.
Oh,
Because the question.
Well, you said Murray, and I was like Kyler Murray, 5 stars. Jacksonville Jaguars.
I think you did Ravens. Okay, Bears at Browns. I gave Fields 3 stars. I gave Mooney 2 stars.
Yeah. That's about where it is. That's where it belongs.
In fact, the whole matchup: 3 stars for Fields, 3 stars for Monty, 3.25 for Allen Robinson, 2 stars for Mooney.
David Montgomery could get better. Could get a better rating.
1.5 stars for Komet. I mean, I hope Komet, despite our bet, I hope Komet comes screaming out of nowhere with Fields playing now. I don't necessarily believe that's what's going to happen, but
Me neither.
I would
but
take
you never
take
know.
that one on the chin just to, I mean, I'm losing anyway.
You're ahead by like a point, like 1.2 points. All right, so let's not go bananas here.
Yeah, exactly. All right.
Ready for some injury news?
I am.
All right, let's start with the quarterbacks. Tua, he's been placed on IR with fractured ribs. Jacoby Brissett will get the start for him. Oh, I just don't care. This is bad. This is bad for the entire Dolphins offense. Like, I wouldn't start Will Fuller or help me out here. Jalen Waddle.
Jalen Waddle.
Mike Gesicki definitely on
Parker.
the bench. Like,
Yeah, I think
Mike Gesicki, I think is like a drop. That Dolphins offensive line is just not good enough, and Gesicki's being asked to block. So, yeah. Carson Wentz, it sounds like he's going to play through the pain of his 2 sprained ankles. I have, once again, bench all your Colts players. Maybe not with Jonathan Taylor, but don't expect the moon from him. Lamar Jackson, he's got an illness, a non-COVID illness. He is likely to play this week, and so fire up all your Ravens, including Latavius Murray.
Mm-hmm.
On to the running back position. Dalvin Cook, ankle. Sounds like he's not going to play this week. Grab your Alexander Madisons. I told you before we started the stream that I picked up Alexander Madison in one league. He was available in another. And last year when Alexander Madison got a spot start, weirdly against the Seattle Seahawks again, did you know that that Kirk Cousins has played the Seattle Seahawks in every single game since he moved, or every single year since he switched over to the
really
the Minnesota Vikings? Yeah,
that's an
weird
odd statistic for the rotation.
Yeah, I got it from Charts in the Gang.
Oh, nice.
But last year I was looking. I just happened to come across this one. When Madison got the spot started against Seattle, he had 20 attempts for 112 yards. He caught 3 of 3 targets and for 24 receiving yards. No touchdowns, but that's not a bad day. I mean, especially for, if your Dalvin Cook's out and you have Madison as a handcuff. Like, I think with this Cook injury, like, if you're a Cook owner, manager, whatever, I think you kind of just have to keep Alexander Madison just in your back pocket at all times.
Mm-hmm.
Like, not on the waiver wire. I think you kind of just have to do so,
Yeah, you said you picked him up. Did you pick him up in the league that I own, Cook? I don't think I had a real chance to draft.
Superflex.
Yep, that's the one.
Or nope, not Superflex.
Oh, okay.
My work league.
Pretty sure somebody else has got him. Go ahead, sorry.
On to JaMychal Hasty. He's out, and you were saying that he's on the IR for the 49ers. Eli Mitchell, as you were kind of calling him last night, he is doubtful for the Packers tonight. Sounds like he's not going to play. And it sounds like Trey Sermon's going to get his start, and he's going to maybe get meaningful work. Josh Jacobs with an ankle, toe, whatever's going on down there with his foot. We'll just call it a foot injury. He is doubtful to play today. I don't know if I'm going to start anyone in. Like, this is great for Derek Carr. Like, this is a good Derek Carr matchup. Who are they playing again? They are playing.
This good one. Raiders.
Miami.
And there you go.
Yeah, so it's gonna be a decent matchup for Derek Carr.
Yeah, that's
not great, but decent.
I get on CBS today. That's the second game I get on television today. I'm like, you
don't get the Rams and the Bucks?
No, I get that one on Fox. There's not a game early on CBS today. I get Rams on the second game on Fox. Yeah.
Let's keep rolling with Leonard Fournette. According to Sleeper, he's going to get the start today, which is great for this guy's dynasty roster. Because I'm really shallow at running back. I'm a very shallow guy when it comes to running back in my dynasty team. Let's go on to the wide receivers here. Tiggins, he's got a shoulder injury, and he is not expected to play. I say fire up your Jamar Chases and your Tyler Boyds, because that's it's a pretty good matchup. Don't remember who they're playing, but it's pretty good. They're playing the Pittsburgh Steelers. Huh. It's still a decent matchup for them. It's not great, but it's still like, if you have Jamar Chase and you're That's a good. I believe a friend is asking me about a question for you, Chris.
I believe it's a troll.
No, for real.
For
Kenny Galladay, he has a hip injury. It has been reported that Kenny Galladay will see reduce. He will play today, but he is going to see some reduced snaps due to his injury. It could just be coach speak, and he's going to be fine anyways, or he might just get limited work, and it's a that's a dicey situation. Well, let's circle back around to Kenny Galladay. How about that?
Yep.
You look up Kenny Galladay's matchup and who they're playing, and we'll talk about that in a second. Deandra Hopkins, he's got a rib injury. Sounds like he's going to play. Have a good one, DXE.
See you, DXE. I always want to say BX or DXE because I'm not saying.
Formerly Rodline. Do you think Dallas should trade tag for Andy Dalton?
It's not a troll. It's Adam. See, I told you. I was like, it's got to be somebody.
Yeah, good luck to you, man. Good luck.
Good luck pulling out of that 0-2 hole, man. For goodness sakes.
It's not. 0-2 is not undoable. I mean, even 0-3 is not undoable, but I mean, that's why I like to look at 0-3 as a challenge. You know, like. I mean, if you have Cook on your team and you got it sounds like he's got a pretty decent roster. So
he's pretty deep.
Maybe he's just going up against some heavy hitters to start.
Because he's got options every week. They're just in a 14-team options. You know, we're not as accustomed to seeing. But
even then, that's like he doesn't have a bad team. From like he's
Galladay is playing the Falcons. By the way, the Giants are playing the Falcons.
That's right.
Anything possible, Sis DXC. Exactly. We play to win the game.
Let's see here. Where was I? I was on the receivers. DeAndre Hopkins, ribs, sounds like he's going to play. Amari Cooper. That says I'm just throwing this one in. He has what was originally called bruised ribs, but now they're saying that they are cracked ribs. More on that in a second.
Okay.
DeAndre Hopkins, I said he has a rib injury. That's what made me think of Amari Cooper. Russell Gage, who cares? He's not going to play. He's got like 2 fantasy points on the season so far. So whatever.
Yeah.
Antonia Brown, he will not play this week due to testing positive for COVID. He has not put in those negative tests, so he will not be playing this week. He didn't even travel with the team to LA. So yeah, not even a chance of him playing. Let's move on to the tight ends. Evan Ingram, he's got a calf injury. He's going to make his 2021 season debut. If you want to make a tight end dart throw, that's fine. I mean, I'm fine. He's fine. We're all fine. How are you? Are you fine? I guess. Zach Ertz, he's back, and more on him in a second. Jamison Crowder, I'll circle back around on the wide receivers here because my notes are slightly out of order. He has a groin injury and he is doubtful. Braxton Berrios, on the other hand, though, is going to play. He has 5 and 7 receptions in the first 2 weeks, respectively. So, you know, like, I mean, guys like DXC, I'm sure Braxton Berrios is owned in those leagues. But if he's not, that's not a bad.
Yeah. Full PPR.
You know,
type of thing,
especially for full PPR. Whoo.
Okay.
I think that Jamison Crowder is one of the highest paid. Like he is definitely their highest paid receivers for the Jets. And if he comes back from injury, I could see him getting traded at some point just to shed that that expensive contract. So, I mean, especially with Berrios stepping in.
Hey.
What else we got going on, Chris? You got any more injuries that I maybe missed, or a lot of them this week?
Our feed real quick.
You do that, and I will talk about the Philadelphia Eagles of the Dallas Cowboys, the Monday night matchup.
There we go.
As we always do on the stream, it is the Eagles at the Cowboys, like I just said. It's a little bit longer winded considering the fact that we're on stream for like another hour and I have plenty of time to fill. This is more of a
That's
warning
fair.
to you, Chris, than anyone else.
Gotcha.
Um, let's start with the visitors. The Eagles are popping into the Dallas Fort Worth area, which is really what is that? Is that where is the Dallas Stadium at? I can't remember. Arlington, right?
Frisco. Or is the Star? No, yeah, I think both the Star and the stadium are in Frisco, Texas, technically.
What's the Star?
Their facility, practice. It's got its
Oh,
own smaller
I thought you were talking
stadium.
about the Rangers are in Arlington.
Okay, then the Cowboys are right next to them, I believe, in Arlington, right? So
Well, the Rangers were in Arlington
well, then the
for like
Star
the
is in
longest time.
Frisco, and the stadium is in Arlington. So my
Probably.
apologies.
Okay, well, so the Philadelphia Eagles are going to Arlington, Texas, not Dallas. That's a bit of a misconception there. Like the Arizona, well, but those are the Arizona Cardinals. Like they're not the Phoenix Cardinals
It's true.
because the Cardinal Stadium is in Glendale.
Mm-hmm. I think
Fun
the
fact about
go
the
ahead.
Cardinal Stadium. When I was living in Phoenix, they were talking about building a new stadium for them on the east side of town, which is kind of the quote unquote more well-to-do side of
Okay.
the city.
Yeah.
And when I left and when I moved away and they built the stadium, they built it over on the west side in Glendale, which it's a suburb of over 1 million people. So like it's
Dang.
not even really a suburb, but still it's not even in a Glen or a Dale either. So it's just all one big giant valley.
Valley, Arizona.
Yeah, they call it Sun Valley or whatever. Anyway, so Jalen Hurts here. He started out the year with a great week 1. That was against the Atlanta Falcons. He had a 126.4 passer rating, 264 passing yards, 3 touchdowns. Guess what his accuracy was there, Chris? Just take a shot.
69%.
You have sex on the brain. It was actually 77.14%.
Oh, wow.
That's a baller passer rating or accuracy rating right there. But that was against the Atlanta Falcons, who have a sheet of toilet paper out there as defenders. Like they're just terrible, top to bottom. He then goes up against San Fran, 52.17% completion rating, 0 passing touchdowns, only 190 yards through the air. Here's the argument for Hurts, and everyone knows this, but this is how good he's been. He has an average between his first 2 weeks of 72 rushing yards per week, and that's 8.53 rushing yards per attempt.
Goodness.
That's pretty darn good. The Dallas D so far though hasn't really faced a rushing quarterback. They've gone up against Tom Brady and Justin Herbert, or Herbie as we like to call him. Neither one of those guys are exactly known as a running quarterback, so it's gonna be an interesting matchup. I would like to see what Dallas does for a guy like this, but there's guys like Leighton Vander Esch and who's the new guy that they got, Micah Parsons, kind of a hybrid sort of dude that they put in.
Yeah, they had to play him at defensive end last week quite a bit, about 40%.
They'll probably do it again, but he's a hybrid guy, so he's got some speed and could maybe help contain maybe Jalen Hurts, but the Dallas defense is giving up 346 passing yards per game, and that's second worst in the league so far. So I'm starting Hurts with some confidence with 4.25 stars, 4.25 stars. How does that sound to you, Chris?
Sounds solid. I like it.
Let's move on to Miles Sanders. He's getting about 2/3 of the team snaps, which I was kind of hoping for more like 75% of the workload, but that's all right. So far he's RB22 on the season. That's about where I was expecting him. What I wasn't expecting is, you know how many points the RB2 is scoring per game in half PPR leagues?
RB22?
Yeah.
12.5.
10.9.
I was off by a
A little
couple.
low so far.
Mm-hmm.
That's probably going to go up by the end of the season, but yeah, it's odd. Dallas is giving up 129 rushing yards per game to the running backs, but here's the thing: they're only allowing 11.5 fantasy points. You know why? Because they have yet to give up a rushing touchdown. Not a rushing touchdown at all. So, I mean, I'm down with Miles Sanders this week, and he could definitely break that that 2-game streak of Dallas giving up a rushing touchdown. But I think if anything, it's going to be Jalen Hurts that breaks that, not Miles Sanders. But I'm still going to give Sanders 3 3/4 stars.
Yeah.
On to Devonta Smith. I'm giving him 3 stars. Like a lot of receivers in fantasy, when his quarterback does well, he does well. Same with Jalen Reagor. I just like both Jalen Reagor and Devonta Smith were good in week 1, bad week 2, that sort of thing. It's a good matchup for Devonta Smith. He might get Trayvon Diggs. Is that his name? Quandre?
That is his name. Trayvon Diggs.
Trayvon, okay. Trayvon Diggs. He might, but Diggs is beatable. He's a decent corner, but he's still beatable. Yep, exactly. So I'm gonna give Devonta Smith 3 stars. If Dallas has given up the 6th most points to the wide receiver position in general, so there's hope for Devonta Smith and Jalen Reagor, especially if. Jalen Reagor is more of a dart throw here. I'm giving him 2 stars. If you're scrambling with an absence of, Antonia Brown, Deontay Johnson, which I didn't mention at the top, Russell Gage, you could do worse than Jalen Reagor. And even if Russell Gage is playing, you're starting Jalen Reagor or Russell Gage. It doesn't matter how good or bad the matchup is. Let's move on to the Philly tight ends. Like I started with Zach Ertz. He's back, baby. If you've got the cojones to start Ertz, then by all means do so. I'm not going to recommend it, but I'm going to give him a 2-star tight end, dart throw, whatever. Dallas Goedert, like all the other pass catchers in Philly, had a good week 1, but a bad week 2. Dallas didn't do so well against Gronk in week 1, but held Jared Cook in week 2 for the Chargers under 30 receiving yards. So, there's some hope for Dallas Goedert. The fact that Zach Ertz is there really kind of drags him down a little bit, I think. So, but with what is it, DeMarcus Lawrence out, Jalen Hurts could see a little less pressure. We'll see. Let's move on to the Dallas side of the ball with Dak Prescott. Can Dak bounce back this week? He hasn't really been terrible, especially like real life football. But like for fantasy, he just hasn't really lived up to that.
He was great
that draft capital.
Philly's a tough defense, I think.
It is. I'm getting there. Yeah. So far, the Eagles have held Matt Ryan to 164 throwing yards and Jimmy Garoppolo to 189 and 1 touchdown. And if you notice, I didn't mention a touchdown for Matt Ryan there. So, the Eagles, Steven Nelson and Darius Slay have PFF. This is the Eagles cornerbacks. They are ranked 11th and 15th best corners in the league so far. Which
that must have something.
I don't know if Darius Slay can keep up that kind of play, but because he's certainly hasn't been good for 2 or 3 years. But Steven Nelson, that's a surprise too. Not exactly a murderer's row of. They went up against Calvin Ridley, I guess. So it's not great for Amari and CD, but both of them are great receivers in their own right, and they can always have the chance of creating receiving opportunities, albeit in different ways. CD with just raw talent, and Amari Cooper with just he's a technician,
He is, yep.
Technician.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, technician. He's very technically sound. So I'm going to give 3 3/4 stars to Dak. It's not a great matchup. I wish I could give more, but I meant to look this up. Will you look up Dak's average depth of target? Because I heard something about him not throwing very deep, and I'm wondering if maybe his shoulder is a little not right.
Same thing.
Yeah. Will you look that up real quick? I'm going to move on to Zeke and Pollard while you do that. I got to mention both of these guys. That Pollard has actually been outscoring Zeke so far this season, and so they're both fantasy relevant, and they both should be in consideration for a start. Pollard is actually RB10 so far this year, while Zeke is RB23. But before you get up in arms about that, there's only a 6.2 point differential between them. So let's not get too crazy here, okay? 6.2 points. Moose, what's up, man? How's that going?
Morning.
So, and the Eagles are giving up the second most rushing yards per game with 162. So I think both these guys could have good, decent fantasy days. I have Zeke down as a lesser rating, but I'm going to go ahead and give Zeke the 4 stars and Pollard the 3 3/4 stars. I'm getting parched talking here.
Could you repeat those rankings of Pollard real quick for me?
I'm going to give Zeke the 4 and Pollard the 3 3/4.
Okay, cool. Wow.
I have it the other way around, and I on the fly just switched it.
Okay. Hey.
I was waffling between those two when I wrote this last night, so ask me in 5 minutes. Probably switch back. Amari and CD. I'm giving Amari Cooper 3.5 and CD 3 3/4. I pretty much talked about these two already, but just to expand upon that, Amari is dealing with what is now they're calling cracked ribs, and it sounds like he's going to play despite Amari getting the slightly better cornerback matchup. I'm just not convinced. I'm not convinced that Amari is actually going to finish this game. You know why? Because cracked ribs can become broken ribs. Broken ribs can lead to punctured lungs. Punctured lungs can lead to death. Death can lead to no longer playing football. No longer playing football can lead to even more death. And more death can lead to Josh being sad. So I don't think that Amari is going to finish this game. I mean, you got to take some shots out there. He's probably going to wear the flak jacket and everything, but I don't know, man. I'm nervous. Cracked ribs makes me nervous.
Agreed.
Yeah, don't start any of the Dallas Cowboys. And if you're really super desperate, I didn't write his name down, but what's his face? The third wide receiver for Dallas.
Not
Cedric Michael
Wilson.
Gallup.
Cedric Wilson.
What? Cedric Wilson. If you're super desperate, Cedric Wilson. And honestly, I would probably keep Cedric if I'm an Amari Cooper manager. I would keep Cedric Wilson in my back pocket just in case Amari decides not to play. Because it is Monday football, and or Jalen Reagor, one of those two.
Yep, exactly.
Both guys you could probably get off your waiver wire. Definitely Cedric Wilson. The Dallas tight ends, I'm not starting either of them. The Eagles are allowing just 3.8 fantasy points per game to the opposing tight ends. That includes the unicorn Kyle Pitts and George Kittle. Go Hawks! So don't start the Cowboys tight ends. That's it.
Moose
I'm done talking.
You
can fill the rest of the airtime. That's a lot of talking for
everyone.
Josh. He's a little hungover for all this talking.
It is. Thank you for doing the news. Moose says good luck to everyone in their leagues. I have some Ask a Friends
you as well,
for
Moose.
you. I have some Ask a Friends for you. One quick thing about the tight ends. Silly, but
I have one of them.
They do
I've
update
got a
the
tight
Madden
end, Chris.
They do update the Madden rosters pretty regularly, and I noticed that Schultz was the starter. I think not that I went into depth chart, but it seemed like he was in the. You know what I mean? Like he was the first tight end on the field. Every practice play I ran, I was like, "What the heck? Schultz is a starter." Well, it appears Jarwin is still listed as starter, but your point is accurate that it's hard to figure out which one. I feel like Schultz is playing better and
don't start either one of them anyways. It's a bad matchup.
Yeah. I remember making a reference to week 1 in one of my matchups to how much Tampa gave up to the tight ends combined because you had to combine them. And
also like, it's not like, and Dalton Schultz has proved last year that he's an okay tight end, like kind of a for fantasy, like a tight end dart throw, maybe not consistently week in, week out. And Blake Jarwin, I wonder is if they're just kind of keeping him. They're just kind of like putting him on like a play count where, he's still coming back from that injury, which was not sustained in was it week 1 or not last year?
I also think CD is running a lot of those slot or whatever you want to call them, seam routes, right up the seam. Like Jarwin really showed some ability to do that, but I think you're just seeing more 3 receiver sets, even with Gallup injured. I'm sorry, you actually see more 2 tight end sets. They're playing them both.
Odell Beckham, I skipped over him. He's officially active for today. They were talking about putting him on a play count as well, along with Kenny Galladay. I don't know if I believe that, but it's hard to say. What do you do with Odell Beckham? Like, do you start him? Like,
Not if I can help it, but
for
there's
reals?
yeah, I don't know. Just like I'm the one who said I was worried he would be on a pitch count, and then you disagreed because you made the point that they've had him on the shelf for a couple weeks and just being really cautious, and he should be good to go 100%. But this little grapevine, rumors worries me because I already had worry that he wasn't going to go for 100%. So
I'm kind of asking for a friend.
Mm-hmm.
My friend is
Marjorie.
James Buchanan Barnes.
That is Bucky Barnes. That is yeah, that's his superhero name, Bucky Barnes. Well, that's his actual name. Does he have a superhero name? You know who I'm talking about.
Yes.
I got it right. He does? Oh, What is it? Oh, well, the Winter Soldier.
There you go.
Yeah,
You're cheating and looking it up.
No, I'm not.
Oh, okay. I can't believe you got that. Wow. I thought I described
No, I definitely knew
that
Bucky
pretty
Barnes.
well, or to disguise
the only
that.
reason I blanked on Winter Soldier because I was thinking like old school Bucky, like the one I kind of remember, like the blue and red suit and all that.
Anyways, for my friend Bucky here, he got a trade offer this week for Javonte Williams for James White, who is weirdly been really effective so far this season, and looks to be maybe this week too.
Mm-hmm.
Would you do Javonte Williams for James White?
I don't think I would. I think I'd stand pat with White because Javonte
That's kind of where that's kind of what I told old Buck over there.
I mean, if I had a really good feeling that Javonte was going to take that backfield and I'm a kind of desperate team and I need RB depth and starting RBs, then maybe I'd lean Williams, but I haven't seen it yet. Melvin Gordon still plays there.
So wait a minute, you're doing that trade then?
No, I'm not. I was trying to make some use case, some scenario where I might lean Williams, like if I'm desperate, if I don't know. I feel like I have an opinion or an inside track to thinking that Javonte's going to take over. Like I follow a beat writer and I'm like, oh yeah, just Javonte's weak, but that's not going to happen, or at least I don't think it's not going to happen.
I'm holding out hope that this is the breakout game for Javonte Williams.
I would hold White and wait to see if something happened in Denver, but
wait, what?
I would wait. I would hold James White, right? That's the player that you currently have, right?
No.
Oh, it's the other way around?
Bucky has Javonte Williams.
Oh, yeah, I'd take White, I think. Yeah, I'm sorry.
What,
I had
really?
to turn around. Yeah, I think so. I think I'd take James White.
Kite.
I mean, what is
I
Williams
think that the overall
2?
ceiling is higher for Javonte Williams.
I agree. But, I mean, he hasn't done it yet. They haven't shown us that they're going to go anywhere besides 50-50.
Say everything has... Okay, so after this week, are you definitely doing it? Saying everything has continued as normal with James White and Javonte Williams, and, potentially it might be Wonder Tech's older brother is offering this trade to, say, a guy in the league named Josh. Would you still do it after this week, too?
I think so. I think James White's better on the season.
Well,
guaranteed role. I mean, I guess Javonte's role is all but guaranteed, but
I think Javonte has more guaranteed points week in and week out, but I guess
really
James White has a higher ceiling, week-to-week ceiling with Melvin Gordon still playing.
Yeah, right. Yeah. If something happens to Gordon, hey, I'm Mr. Gordon hater, but I'm just trying to be conservative, not trying to let.
It's only because he's the father of your firstborn.
No, he's not. But
I don't know. Yeah. I saw you use that screwdriver last night. It's it's completely possible.
Slew of asking for friends if you're game, and by a slew I mean
okay. I might have to take a bit of a restroom break, but go ahead.
First off, we'll go. Whatever, Johnny Blaze, my friend Johnny Blaze, which is
that's Ghost Rider. He's now the king of hell.
Yeah. Oh, really cool. Would you start Let me narrow this down here. Make sure I'm on the right path. Would you start Tony
Running
Pollard?
to the restroom? Yes, I would. Hold on a second.
Would you start Devin Singletary or Tony Pollard?
Pollard.
Really?
Wait, who are the Bills playing?
Washington. Neither of those are a good
Pollard.
matchup. Really? Okay. More of that.
I mean, Pollard scares me that he's going to disappear at some point, but it doesn't look like it so far this year. Like and especially if whatever league that Ghost Rider is in, if they're giving away special teams points too for an individual player, then yes, definitely Pollard. Like hands down, not even a question.
Okay, how about Melvin Gordon or Tony Pollard?
Tony Pollard.
Wait, really? Versus Philly? Next.
Did you listen to my matchup?
Yeah. I did. The Denver
Oh,
one?
we got Jay-Z in the house. Look at this. It says, okay, in my work league, I got 2 flex spots. I have Robert Woods, Cole Beasley, Zach Pascal, and Corey Yeah, he means Davis, but that's fine.
Woods for sure.
Yep. Woods for sure. And then probably
Pascal.
I was going to say Beasley.
I don't like Beasley.
I don't like him either. He's an anti-vaxxer and he is an anti-masker, but I still have to go Beasley for pure fantasy reasons. Pascal is getting maybe Carson Wentz for an entire game, but two broken ankle Carson Wentz, like he doesn't have an ankle to stand on, Chris.
Here's a tough one.
And I'm led to believe that you can't be in a wheelchair playing quarterback.
Who are the Colts playing?
They are playing the
Titans. Yeah,
Tennessee Titans.
Yeah, I'm going Pascal. Pascal and Woods.
I'm going Beasley. And I want to say Corey Davis because he's getting work. I at some point today, I actually want to go back and look at some players with my. Oh, hey Chris, some behind the scenes thing is you're going to owe some money for PFF here in a second.
Oh, it's
so
PFF.
While you knock some money off of your tab with me, you're getting it right back.
Did I ever pay you the 30?
No.
Oh, damn it. All right. I will do that.
Did you notice how I was like never mentioning it and not really all that worried about it?
Yeah, I know. I think I got a couple in the Superflex League that need to pay. I think Mike, the drummer, and Boss Man, your Boss Man, needs to pay me. I haven't sent an email though.
He's not in that league.
Oh. Who are the new additions in Mike and Juan?
Wait. So Jay-Z here has played with 2 sprained ankles in soccer? Ouch. Oh my God, that's even worse than playing quarterback. Yuck.
I couldn't do it.
Sounds terrible.
Couldn't do it. I sprained mine really bad.
Sean, I know it's you, man. I'm just like your name's Sean Carter, so I gotta call you Jay-Z.
Sean Puffy Combs.
I'm sure.
Here's a good one. Maybe. Okay, Tyson Williams versus Detroit. Rondale Moore versus Jacksonville. Or Damian Harris versus New Orleans.
It's Tyson close, and if I had to rank him as Tyson Rondale, then Damian Harris. Unfortunately
like
for Harris.
Okay, but yeah, I do think Tyson is also the right play here, and that's who I'm going with. I mean, that's who Harry Osborn is going with.
That's just the original Green Goblin. Or sorry, you said Harry Osborn. That's the second Green Goblin.
Here,
and also Kindred, one? And also there was another one that he's recently been to.
Jeez. Okay, is that it? No, Sleeper.
I want you to come up with an alias that I don't know.
Yeah, right. I don't. Yeah, I don't have one. Oh, I should know. I've been watching a couple videos on like the new movies coming out, and particularly the Eternals. but I can't remember the Kit Harington's, the Black
Oh
Knight's
man,
name.
I don't remember any of the Eternals' names.
Yeah.
I read that original.
Well, one is
comic
what's the
once, and
guy
that
with
was
wings
about
on
it.
his feet?
Icarus. No,
Yeah,
that's
one of them's
Namor.
Icarus. No, Icarus from actual mythology is the guy with wings on his feet. One of them is named Icarus.
It doesn't have that in the comics. That's Namor in the comics. He has wings on his feet.
I know, but the guy's name in the Eternals is Icarus. So, for whatever that's worth.
Wow, I want to punch him in the face right now. Like, I really wanted to punch him in the face. Like, why would you take a very, like...
How about Alaire, Edwards Alaire?
Nope. Whoever it is, start him over Alaire.
Pollard.
Yeah.
Jamal Williams. God, really?
Yeah.
Thoughts on Ronald Jones? I dislike the Tampa running backs. That's my thought on I hate trying to figure it out week in and week
Also
out.
thought on Ronald Jones. Lenny Fournette is the guy that I want to start this week, not Rojo.
I just hate to be chasing touchdowns with Pollard. He's not going to average 10 yards a carry every week.
No.
He's just not.
No, he's
Especially
not.
against
Of course
Philly.
he's not, but...
I know. I mean, nobody would blame me. Alaire's been bad. Alaire's been flat out bad.
He's been really, really bad.
I almost want to rage bench him. But I am 2-0. No, I'm not. I'm 1-1. I have to be 1-1 because I played you and lost.
Yeah, you did. You lost bad.
Do we get credit for special teams in this league?
Which one? Friends with
Friends with
benefits?
benefits, yeah.
Nope.
Okay, my bad. He averaged 8.38 a carry.
I know. I knew you were wrong.
He only
I
caught
knew you
one
were being
touchdown.
I was going to say wrong. I was just.
No, I really
figured
thought
you
it
were being
was. I thought
hyperbolic.
it was like 12 for 120. It was 13 for 109, so I was off.
Yep. So you're just being hyperbolic, and we get it. It's cool.
Targets are good. Yeah. Fine. I'm doing it. I don't know. I don't think I'm going to do it in every league, though. He does stay in the flex. Okay. Cool. Defense already went. You'd really start Pollard over Singletary?
Oh, yeah.
Singletary versus Washington, who is 7th against the running back position? No, I think that's actually
Best or
rushing yards.
worst?
Who, what?
You said 7th. Is he 7th best? 7th worst?
Yeah,
I don't know.
It's Singletary versus the football team. They're 7th best versus the run. I think that's actual rushing yard. I think that's NFL, not fantasy. And then Pollard is
So they're
versus
giving
Philly.
up. They're not giving up very many rushing yards.
Correct. And Philly's 9th, so they're a little bit worse.
You're saying this all backwards, dude.
Philly is 9th best versus the run. Washington is
Worst.
7th best versus the run. No, best.
No, they're not. Because I looked this up the other day. Last night, actually.
Oh, this shows Detroit is 31st versus opposing running backs. So I'm pretty sure that's bad. Just like Kansas City is 30th. It's rushing yards.
Okay.
It's not fantasy backs. It's rushing yards. That's what I'm telling you.
The Philadelphia Eagles are giving up 100. I'm sorry, I had it down as 129. They're giving up 120 and a half rushing yards per game, which is 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14th worst. So they're right there in the middle of the pack.
It is fantasy points. They play
Whereas the Washington football team is
Falcons in San Francisco. I gave up decent day to Elijah Mitchell.
Where the hell are you?
I just
Washington
clicked
football
on.
team
I'm
is
on
2,
MFL.
4.
I'm
It's
on
actually giving up
MFL.
more rushing yards, huh?
Yeah, it was fantasy points all along. It wasn't rushing yards. My bad.
I heard you. I was busy looking at where the football team was. Yeah, I really want okay, of the previous wide receiver I mentioned, who do I drop to pick up Jarvis Landry? I oh boy, it might be oh whoa. Claypool? I would definitely pick up Claypool over Landry. Landry is on the IR at the moment.
Yep. Don't play Landry.
Leave Landry there for at least a couple of weeks. Maybe
yeah.
this week. But
Yeah,
Claypool, pick him up over. You know what? Honestly, I would drop Cole Beasley and pick up Claypool and
Cole
play
Beasley.
Claypool this week over
Back
all
against
those guys that you
Bengals.
mentioned, except for Robert Woods.
Except for Robert Woods, of course. Yeah, that was the given. Yeah. Claypool, Bengals. Okay.
Claypool, Bengals, no Deontay Johnson. Boom. Remember last season when I don't remember who was it you I was texting with that like 4 or 5 touchdown Claypool game? Like I was just like, oh, he was at like 2 touchdowns, and then I went for a walk because it was a nice day, and
that was nuts.
It was just like my phone kept going off of like another touchdown, like big yardage from Chase Claypool, another touchdown. I was like, Jesus Christ, dude! I'm gone for like an hour, and this guy scored like 3 touchdowns. Yeah,
Man.
what is Chase Claypool doing a bit? Like he hasn't done a lot of season so far, but he definitely belongs on a team. You know, It's only been 2 weeks.
Agreed.
He's done enough and has a high enough upside to still belong in your team. Now, if it was,
did he say that was his ETT league?
I don't know.
That was just
no. He said it was his work league.
Oh, gotcha.
He said work league.
Could be 10 people. I could see it. Claypool getting dropped.
Yes.
Did I mention on the Singletary versus Pollard that I am also starting Zeke? Does that make a difference?
No, you did not.
And
so it's a real Miami Dolphins situation that you have going on here.
This is in Dynasty.
And you know what I'm talking about.
This is in Dynasty. Thank you very much. And I darn well better manage Mr. Pollard if I'm going to have Zeke on my team. You know that's different. Now starting them? It's 12 teams. Oh, okay.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm surprised Claypool's out there.
Yeah, in my work league, Shauner, like, what was it, like 10 out of the 12 people, or like 9 out of the 12 people, like auto drafted, and this was also my very last draft, and I was actively trying to avoid drafting Odell Beckham, and he just kept like falling and falling and falling. I was like, finally, I was just like, I guess I will take you again, Odell Beckham. Like, I wasn't very happy because I was like, I already had him on at least one other fantasy team, maybe 2, and I was just like, I want some difference in this league, and I couldn't get away from it. I couldn't quit him. I tried 3 rounds. I was like, I'll skip you this time. I'll skip you this time. And then the third time I was like, I guess I'm drafting Odell Beckham. Fire Guy, what's up, man?
Yeah, I guess I'm going. Mr. How's it going, Fire Guy? Morning. How is life treating you?
Off of a marathon play of what were FG and Wonder Tech playing last night?
Call of Duty, maybe?
No, it was something different. Rust. They were playing Rust.
Oh, they sure were. Yeah. Yeah, I jumped in and
like
had to go up and eat dinner, and then I noticed Wonder Tech didn't have audio, although he fixed that. And then he didn't have any face cam, and I was like, it was just weird. It was a different game. He didn't have a face cam, and I was like, is this his son or something? No, I guess not. Pollard. Okay, what about Latavius Murray? Where is he at? It's the league that I'm going to take out Gordon and put in Pollard. But I do have 3 running
FG
backs.
says that he jumped into. I'm assuming Rust. He jumped into it again.
Stupid game. Oh, just first thing this morning. So Latavius Murray or Melvin Gordon?
Gordon.
Yeah. Okay. Detroit though. Oof.
Shawner is asking, do we also see some Cordero Patterson? You know who I'm talking about, Patterson. Seeing sustained volume in Atlanta.
I didn't budge on picking him up. I'll be honest. It was really tempting in like a full PPR, but I guess my answer is no. Shawner.
I don't, because he hasn't done it for his career, but it's possible. Anything's possible with that Atlanta backfield. Like,
yeah, agreed.
I don't know. I think it's worth a speculative ad in case it does. You know, like, I hate to keep talking with an inflection like this, but it's I think it's worth a speculative ad for sure, just in case it does keep going. You know, if you have roster room, I mean, if you have a spot in your bench for Cordero Patterson, then yeah, you should have him on your roster. But if you don't, like, I'm not dropping, Jamar Chase for him. Are you?
Jamar Chase for who? Patterson?
Cordero Patterson.
No, I'm not dropping Chase for Patterson. No way.
I mean, Russell Gage. I'm dropping Russell Gage for Patterson for sure.
I'm usually the type that I'm comfortable if I only have 4 receivers on my team. Yeah, I'd prefer one more, but like if my wide receiver 4 is solid and I can flex him on a given week, I don't.
You say you would drop Rojo for Patterson, and that's a flip a coin right there.
I'm down on Ronald Jones. Oh gosh, and this is this a full PPR? I don't think so. This is his work league, I think, if I recall.
Yeah, but work league can be full PPR.
Yeah, I feel like you can probably get Jones back if you want him. Like, I don't know. I really hate that situation. They'll probably have the most pass attempts in the league and 2 running backs that you can't figure out which one's the starter, And that's not even to mention Gio's role, half PPR.
You mean his role of touching the ball 4 times isn't so far through 2 weeks? I like, dude, you need to get rid of Gio. Get rid of Gio out of your brain.
Oh, I just mentioned I thought he was still James White role. Has Fournette been catching the passes? Because it sure as heck ain't Ronald Jones. Never is.
4 touches.
Oh, that's it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, the point still stands. A team throwing throwing the most in the league, and they can't figure out which running back is their starter. I hate that backfield. It's maybe the worst in the league in terms of fantasy.
It's not the worst. It's one of the most frustrating. That's for sure.
That's what I meant. Okay, here, let's check this out.
Giovanni Bernard has 0 rushing attempts and 4 receptions through 2 weeks.
Yeah,
that's not good.
I'm past that point. I understand he sucks.
Okay. I was
admit that my point still stands. That is
I was doubting what I was saying, so I had to look it up to verify. Sorry, I wasn't trying to rub it in. I was trying to verify what I was saying was right.
Gotcha. Team offensive ranks. Let's try this.
Mike Williams or Will Fuller? Mike Williams all day long, FG, all day long. And yes, you were very vocal about that that .04 point victory, which is probably one of the narrowest victories I've ever seen.
Ever, yeah.
It might be the most. It might be the narrowest. What? No. Because I won. I won after I lost a championship. So that would be the narrowest.
Why can I not get attempts, for goodness sakes? Pro Football Reference. I'm just trying to get attempts.
For what?
like I said, I think Tampa has the most attempts. Thank
Most
you.
what?
Passing attempts. Ooh, I was wrong.
No, it's probably
A bad
Don't
team.
tell me. Let me guess. Jacksonville? No.
Okay, go ahead if you're still guessing.
Give me one more guess. Let me just think about it for a second. It is just to fill dead air. It is. I know it's not New Orleans. It is probably. Is it Atlanta?
You could be so frustrated. No, it's not. Are you done?
Yeah. No, I'm done.
I would say first and foremost, the better guess would be the Raiders because Carr is leading the league in passing yards. So you could put 2 and 2 together there. However, I think I'm going to give it.
Think about that.
However,
who is
I
it?
think I'm going to give it to the team that's played 3 games. Well, there's 2 teams that have played 3 games. Apparently, the other one is.
Oh, that doesn't count.
But it does, sir. Texans are 4th. Panthers are 1st with 107.
I'm gonna stab you.
If you took those out, Tampa's probably top 5 easily because they're 6th right here. And if you took those out,
I'm just gonna stab you.
If you took those out,
I owe you a stabbing.
if you took those out, it would be the Raiders easily running away because and the Lions, Raiders and Lions with 93, and Texan. Oh wait,
Hello aboard. Josh owes Chris a stabbing.
a good old fashioned stab. Okay,
I showed up last night for the stabbing and it just didn't happen.
So I'm benching Murray. I'm going Pollard, Gordon, Gibson. All right. I have another one.
I don't like how I do all the talking while you set up your lineups.
I thought I was talking too. Yeah. I was praying there wouldn't be any stat corrections. Apparently he won out. Good show. Yeah, I've ended up with Pollard in a lot of leagues. I'm excited to see what Rondale Moore does this week, but I did not start him.
I wouldn't. I've said it.
Well, he was your second answer behind Tyson on that.
Yeah.
Asking for a friend, so that's respectable. It's why he's on my bench. But
I have another friend that has a question for you. Just got a text from him. Sorry. My friend Walter Kovacs would like to know, should he start Joe Burrow, Baker Mayfield, or Jimmy Garoppolo?
Could you repeat that one more time, please?
My friend Walter Kovacs would like to know if he should start Joe Burrow, Jimmy Garoppolo, or Baker Mayfield. Not a super flex. 1 quarterback league.
I know. Isn't Burrow playing Cleveland? No,
Burrow
Cleveland's
is playing Pittsburgh without TJ Watt.
Okay.
Jimmy Garoppolo is playing the Packers, and Baker Mayfield is playing an anemic Bears defense.
I think I'm going Burrow. I'm sitting Burrow for Goff, says. Detroit's playing. Why is it so hard to remember? So many games. Yes, I'm sorry. Did I not answer yet? I said Burrow. I said Burrow. No, I said Burrow right as I rolled into Shauner's comment. I think I'm going Burrow in your situation. Shauner said he's sitting Burrow for Goff.
And who is Walter Kovacs?
Goff is playing the Ravens, dude.
I didn't say Goff. I said Jimmy Garoppolo.
Walter Kovacs is the guy with the spots on his face from the
and you cheated, didn't you?
Yeah, I definitely cheated. I was typing with my left hand over here. I was like, ticka, ticka, ticka. And I didn't even read
You're
it.
like,
I saw the.
Come on, phone work. Don't.
No, I was on my PC.
And that's Rorschach, by the way, from Wall.
Thank you, Rorschach. Yeah, that's his superhero name.
Yes.
Yep, definitely cheated. I was going to jog my memory from the image. I probably would have gotten the name, but I definitely cheated and looked up the alias.
Shauner says he's sitting Burrow for Goff. Baltimore giving up tons of passing yards. It's true because they have
true. Well, they also play
at
Kansas
least
City.
one. What is it? Marcus Peters is out for the year with an ACL
I'm not
or
calling
something.
that, though. They played Kansas City and went to overtime. Granted, it didn't last in overtime very long, but they played Kansas City for goodness'
They
sakes.
also played the Raiders too.
Yeah, and Derek Carr leads the league in passing yards. So I'm not saying they're a bit worse off than they were last year. I'm just saying I think things are going to trend back the other direction. And
the pendulum's gonna, it's gonna.
I just don't like putting my
what is
team in
that
the hands
phrase?
of Jared Goff.
Things will level. What is that phrase about things leveling out?
Regress to the mean.
Nope, not what I was getting at. But okay. I'll think about it in like I'll think about it in like 12 days from now, and I'm just gonna be like, oh yeah, that's what it is.
Things have a way of working themselves out. I don't know. No, I'm just saying I think it's going to trend back into the direction of Baltimore being a good defense. Furthermore, I don't like putting anything in the hands of Jared Goff. I understand Burrow doesn't have a great matchup, but I'm going Burrow. I mean, you're hoping for garbage time and trying to come back with Goff. So I think I would hope for the same thing with Burrow because they're playing a good team, if memory serves. So, well, they're not playing a good defense, offense, that is. They're playing the Steelers. I think the Steelers would be better. Oh, well, that's a good point. Steelers are pretty good defense, pretty good pass defense. Who did they confuse in week 1?
Anyways,
I'm going Burrow
one more question here from my friend Oswald Copplepot. I
know this one.
Marquise Brown is off the injury report. Okay, cool. Leonard Fournette or Sony Michel potentially getting the start against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers for Darrell Henderson out.
I think Henderson is out, right? For sure, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm going Sony there.
Over Leonard Fournette? Sony against the Bucks?
Yeah.
What?
I mean, what has Fournette done this year?
More than Sony Michel has, and Sony Michel's going up against one of if not the best run defense in the league.
Yeah, I don't know.
Dude, I think your hate on the Bucks backfield has gone like way too far.
I'm also checking to see how much. Yeah, they're third best, 134 yards.
Yeah, it is. It's bad.
Then why are you asking me?
I just wanted to say Oswald Cobblepot.
The Penguin.
Yep.
Not to be confused with Dr. Octavius.
Wait a minute. Okay, so
Dr.
Otto.
Otto, thank you. Okay. I knew it was another O.
So now Sean is saying that Danny Dimes, and you know what? And Danny Dimes, I'm going to start calling him that. If he's going to keep playing well, I'm going to keep calling him Danny Dimes. You know, like named men. You're like, there's a reason why you're a named man.
It's just funny because he's playing well in
fantasy.
fantasy. Like, I don't know how accurate he actually is. That's what a dime
Who?
is. Yeah. Danny Dimes.
You know what? I could kind of care less if he's going to be scoring me fantasy
that's
points.
What the name means, kind of. So it's funny to me. Who is the other option besides? Oh, it was Fournette, right? And who are they playing?
Fournette and I've already moved on. Fournette and
the same game.
Sony Michel.
It's the same game.
Yep.
And the Rams
the
are
game
eighth
I'm most looking forward to today.
And the Rams are 8th against the run. So I mean, 5 difference.
Poison, I get it.
Yeah, exactly. I'm sticking to my guns.
Chris, I got a problem. I got a real problem going on right now.
Yes. What is your problem?
I'll be right back while I take care of this problem.
You have fun with that problem.
Daniel Jones deserves to be in your fantasy roster over Baker Mayfield and Matt Ryan.
Probably so. Yeah, I think so. And he's gone.
And he's playing Atlanta this week too. So yeah.
Danny Dimes all day. He might be top 5 quarterback.
I think he currently is.
Yeah, he is like literally 5, I think. 5th.
BRB. You. Oh wow, you couldn't wait to get rid of me. Jesus Christ.
Well, I thought you were walking away. You were taking your headphones off.
Oh, I'm just blah blah blah.
Finally, he's gone. Matty Ice, yeah. No, Danny Dimes is playing well. He's running well. He's the only quarterbacks with more rushing yards than Danny Dimes are Lamar Jackson and I think Hurts and Philly. Like the only quarterbacks with more rushing yards. He's running well. Shepard, their slot guy, has been catching a lot of balls. So yeah, Danny Dimes is playing well. Is this thing playing? There it goes. Check out our podcast. Oh, I want to work on this logo. By work on it, I mean get somebody else to work on it. So I did manage to get Pollard in some of my lineups. I am excited about that, being a Dallas fan. Where did I get him in? Don't have him there. I'm not even really counting... did I go Singletary there? Yeah, I actually am going to get him in there too. Two touchdown is a return. We'll grab all the headlines, but Singletary has looked pretty darn good. So you drop Goff for Jones and keep Burrow. I mean, is this a single quarterback league, but you just want to have a backup quarterback? Yeah, I think I'm dropping Goff. I understand there's some possibility for garbage time and points there, but I think Jones is just too good to pass up, and I'm higher on Burrow rest of season. And this week, like I answered the question, I said I would go Burrow over Goff. So yeah, that is correct, sir. I would drop Goff in favor of Jones and Burrow. Single QB, yeah. Yeah, you can probably stream both Jones and Burrow all week. Oh, I'm sorry, all year. Just whichever one has the better matchup, whichever one you feel better about any given week. And you're probably set for the rest of the year, assuming the bye weeks are opposite. Or if something else crazy shows up on waivers. But no, I don't think Goff is the guy to keep. I think Goff is the guy to get rid of. All right, I hope I'm not getting cute here. But I'm going to start Pollard over Singletary in my Dynasty League. In my Super Flex League, I am starting him over Latavius Murray. Now, granted, these are leagues where I'm without T. Higgins, Dalvin Cook. Galladay is supposed to have limited. What if I just got an update there for him? Yeah, limited snaps, so that worries me. Yeah, Burrow's week 1. I played good week 2, so 3 QB. Oh, you've started 3 different QBs over 3 weeks. Love it. Obviously, you'd rather have one guy that you can rely on, and hey, Burrow or Daniel Jones might still be that one guy. I get it, but if you don't have that one guy, there's no problem with starting three different quarterbacks over 3 weeks. I spot started. I don't usually keep 2 quarterbacks in a single quarterback league. However, I did for the ZTT league. I dropped. No. I did not drop. I kept Tannehill. He's been playing bad. Oh no, I did drop him. No, I didn't. Yeah, so I picked up Sam Darnold and started him Thursday versus Jet, and he scored me 25 points. Oh, you played Goff week 2. Damn auto. Gotcha. Oh, my neck's killing me. That's a Pollard. Can't do Pollard there. We checked that one, and there was Sleeper. I don't have Pollard there, right? Oh, I do have Pollard there. So I'm playing Pollard everywhere I can, I think. Over Allaire. Again, I'm without Elijah Mitchell, T. Higgins. I have Higgins everywhere. And Pollard, apparently. All right. I'll be vested Monday night, that's for sure, in more ways than one. Got Dak, Pollard everywhere. I got Amari in a league. Cowboys fan, obviously. Darnold looks good with having to try and carry the whole Jets organization. Exactly. I wish I'd have watched more of that game. Obviously, the stat line looked pretty good. I know he threw a pick or two. But, yeah, Darnold, I heard, looked really good Thursday night. I'm excited about what he can do. Although, you lose CMC. I think that might be good for Darnold and the pass-catching options. You might see a little bit of value come out of the tight end now. Dan Arnold. You might see some value come out of Robbie Anderson now. Because he hasn't been having much.
What y'all talking about?
That Darnold looked pretty good. Go back
Feel
a
free
couple lines.
to throw my face back up there, you know.
Oh, yeah, sorry, thank
Not
you.
that Shauner wants to see my ugly mug.
No, I wasn't
but, you
looking.
know.
I forgot. In fact, I should be able to do it from here.
I should be.
Control, Alt 1, Alt 2.
Delete.
Delete what?
You said Control Alt, and I was like, well, and then you push Delete.
No, I don't want to do that. Oh, and then
Yeah,
going back a couple
that.
of the lines, the advice, at least that I had given, was drop Goff, add Danny Dimes, keep Burrow. I said, yeah, Goff's the odd man out there. I think you might be able to get away with having Danny Dimes and Burrow as your two quarterbacks for the rest of the year and stream either one of them. Maybe one of them ends up being the guy, and you don't have to stream, but I'm going to probably keep him.
Why, if you're streaming quarterbacks, why have two on your roster?
Well, let me put it this way. The way Shauner posed the question as if he was going to go and keep two. So I answered drop Goff. I'm keeping two in the league that I drafted Tannehill for a week. That's how the conversation got on Darnold. I picked up Sam Darnold.
Oh, because someone convinced me that Tannehill was okay, and then he hasn't been, and so I owe that someone a stabbing.
15 minutes ago, you were like, it's only week 2 on some other player. So I'm going to go and throw that out there, and you can stab yourself. Thank you very much.
Chris, I have to stop myself from doing that on a daily basis. Okay, so just leave me alone.
So yeah, I didn't drop him. I can't remember who I dropped. It was somebody of relative insignificance, and picked up Darnold and started him over Tannehill. And so we'll see what happens moving forward. $11.23.
Is it 11:23? I gotta set my lineups.
Yeah, I think I got all I just double checked them again. I think I got Pollard in everywhere I could. Within reason. Over the likes of some of the names I discussed. Latavius Murray.
You told me those were for a friend.
Oh, right. Yes, my friend Miles Morales.
That's terrible Spider-Man.
Yeah, I know. Low-hanging fruit. I got it.
My friend Ralph Dibney would like to know, should he start the Colts defense against the Tennessee Titans or the Las Vegas Raiders against the Jacoby Brissett Dolphins?
I have so much trouble listening. My shiny object brain goes off on the superhero and I don't listen to your question at all. Please repeat the fantasy question.
Colts defense against the Tennessee Titans or the Las Vegas Raiders against the Miami Dolphins with Jacoby Brissett at the quarterback. Raiders defense has been okay so far.
I'm tempted to go Raiders defense there.
That's what I'm telling Ralph. And who's Ralph Dibney?
Ralph, that sounds like a DC name. I'm going to go with the Riddler.
You're correct. With who?
The Riddler.
Ralph Dibney is the elongated man or plastic man knockoff.
Oh, why elongated man? Did he change monikers or something?
No, there was like a plastic man, a rubber man, an elongated man, but they all have the same freaking superpower. They all have the same superpower, and that's just Mr. Fantastic.
Yeah, I watched quite a bit of the Plastic Man cartoon, and it was pretty funny.
What? Yeah,
it was a Plastic Man cartoon from the 80s. It was great. Dude, he was in the Justice League, I'm pretty sure, at some
Yeah,
point.
he was.
Not like a regular. But yeah, I had a
They all
Plastic Man.
were. They've all
Plastic
been
Man.
in the fucking Justice League.
Plastic Man had his own cartoon. It was solid gold. It was great. I was a big fan of that one.
Holy crap, you're right.
He had a little blue and red
Goggles
and yellow,
everything.
red and yellow leotard and the goggles. Yep, it's old school.
1979. I never knew this. Wow.
Oh, it was from '79. Wow, I am flipping old. I thought it was like '82 at least.
Getting older tomorrow too. One
Yeah,
more
yeah.
year older.
The end is nigh. I will not go softly into the night, or something like that. I don't know. Maybe I will.
I have so many things to say about that.
Am I going or coming?
We're trying to be as PG as possible, and I have so many things to say. So many things.
Red zone, red zone, red zone.
What is with this red zone thing? It's so dumb.
You're missing the party, man. That's all there is to it.
I'm not.
It is awesome. Even if you're not a fantasy player, but in particular if you're a fantasy player, like it's great. And it's not just like all the highlights. Yes, they say it's just the scoring plays, but they do turnovers, they do big sacks, they'll do odd calls. It's just a guy jumping and jump from game to game coverage. That's all it is. And it's amazing.
Yeah, it sounds terrible. It is terrible. I've seen it.
They stay on the game for a minute. They're not like, oh, that's one play, go to the next play. Like, they'll stay on a game. That's kind of the point. Like, you'll watch a drive. He'll even explain it. We're going to stay on this game because it's a closer contest, or this one means more, da-da-da-da-da. So we're going to stay on there to see if we can finish this drive. And then if some other game has a score, he cuts that score, probably comes back to the game he was following. They do it really well.
Yep.
They really do.
Yep. Like I said, it's pretty bad.
No, it's not. It's great. You're
Yes,
just
it
a
is.
stick in the mud. Nobody thinks
No.
the way you do.
I don't have the attention span of a goldfish. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, you're just missing out. It doesn't have anything to do with attention span. I mean, if you
Yes,
want
it
to
does.
watch a full football game, watch a full football game
And that's what I do.
and stop raining on everybody's parade and being a stick in the mud.
Okay, I can't rain and be a stick in the mud. Like, I think we need to.
Yeah.
I think we
No,
need
you
to
need
figure out
rain.
which one I'm doing here.
How do you make mud? You rain on parades, and you're a stick in the mud. You're both. You're just
so
pummeling.
bad at
You are
both.
pummeling Sunday Ticket in the nuts. You are punching it in the nuts over and over again because of your
No,
hatred.
Sunday Ticket's great.
I'm sorry. I meant to say red zone.
Red
I meant to say
Zone's terrible.
I meant to say red zone. You know what I'm saying. You are punching red zone in the nuts over and over again because of your hatred for it. When everybody
think it's
else is
dumb
like,
as-
"This is such a great time."
No. You can't say that just because you like it, everyone else does.
No, I can. I absolutely can. Ask the
No.
guy next your next door neighbor. Go knock on his door right now and say, "Hey." And if he comes off as a non-football fan, well, then try the next neighbor.
Oh, no. You can't, you said everyone.
Everyone in the context of a conversation that we're having, which would be football fans, and in particular fantasy fans.
It's so dumb.
It's so great. I might pay for
Whatever,
it after indulging myself today. And the Cowboys don't play till Monday night, so. Now, I will say the second game on. The only game on CBS. No, I'm sorry. The second game on Fox.
Update. Wait. Quick update. Deandra Swift has been removed from the injury report, so fire him up.
Nice. I think I might watch the Rams Bucks game.
That's the one I'm gonna start drinking for. Start watching for.
I might have the sound up on that and the sound off on Red Zone, and just maybe glance at Red Zone every now and then. But I'll have the sound on for the game, therefore I'll watch that actual game. And then, of course, there's the weekly Dallas game.
I'm Chris. I got the attention span of a goldfish, and I like things that you're giving to me in very, very, very small doses. Because I can't pay attention to something that's longer than 20 seconds.
And we're back. Hey, you know something that's cool? I just switched to my own face. But oh, that was the wrong thing. Cool. Is if I were to do that, or vice versa, once I get that OBS install done for you, that is definitely coming.
Yeah, still waiting on that one. Months later.
That NDI thing. So instead of having
never did that last night.
Your dedicated track here for Discord, it would just be the track of the NDI. So when I switch to a scene without the NDI on it, without you, as it were, then the sound goes away automatically because it's.
Connor, have a good one, man. Good luck this week. I hope the best for you. Thanks for stopping by.
Check out NFL Red Zone. It's wonderful.
I was going to say, don't check out NFL Red Zone. It is
that's actually
for people with the attention span of a goldfish.
Some people might actually be eligible for a Sling trial. So you could sign up for a free trial of Sling and then a free trial of Red Zone. You could watch all the games.
Sling sucks.
No, it's fine. It's cheaper than YouTube TV.
Doesn't have local channels.
I don't need local channels. I have an antenna.
I do. And I have a local channels, and I have an antenna and barely get local channels. So therefore, Sling sucks.
Is there anything else you'd like to argue about today, Josh? Sling sucks for you.
In my opinion, Sling sucks because I don't get local channels. For you, it's fine. That's.
But that's not what you said. You said Sling sucks for all and ever in the history.
No, I didn't say that at all. I said Sling sucks.
That's pretty good, actually. I like it.
Chris, I got a question for you here, real quick, before we leave.
What?
I was thinking about this the other day because I do a lot of driving for work. Many hours of my week are spent driving for work. So my mind wanders, and my mind wandered into this thing. And don't ask me how it did. So the whole phrase, the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost, divine spirit, whatever. Does that? I was thinking, do you think that the Holy Ghost was retconned into the religion? I mean, I get the whole God and everything, and then there's Jesus, his son, who we're not even gonna get into Joseph. The fact that Joseph is really taking one for the team there. But that whole the Holy Ghost thing, I was just like, man, that feels really retconned in. We're gonna have this divine spirit that is a all-seeing, all-knowing presence.
Well, what happens when you die? According to them, spirit, ghost. Yeah. So Jesus is dead as of now. He's supposed to come back, but while he's dead, you have the Holy Ghost. Now, when he comes back,
but it's supposed to be this it's supposed to be this omniscient, presence, that knows everything that you do and whatever, which is just it also feels a little redundant with God being the all-seeing, all-knowing, omnipresent, presence, for lack of a better term.
Well, that's what they argue. They're all one. So.
Yeah, and I'm just but I mean, that's why I'm saying, if you really think about it, it feels like it's the Holy Ghost got retconned in. They're just and then we'll just throw this other thing in too, just so we can have a Trinity. Two's great, but we could have a Trinity.
Exactly, because that's a holy number, 3. What would have been better if they would have given him Plastic Man's powers? And that's the show, folks. Jesus be yay!
Forget. He's I can do that already.
Try put me on a cross now. Try to hammer the spike in. He's just whoop, just parts his wrist into a circle.
And then they move it, and he does it, and he moves it again. He's like, ha ha, can't get me.
And then reaches behind him and gives him the noogie or something, because that's something they would have done in the Plastic Man cartoon or something. Whoa, 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 whoa. And it's
and that's why they shoved Spear into his side, because he was just screwing around too much, and
yeah. Throw a hateful spirit into a spear into his side. That's amazing fantasy religion for you folks listening at home.
We're all religions, and I do mean all, are a fantasy. Mm-hmm. And let's just say that, because they're all just dumb. They're all just.
But join us.
Let's bend this teaching to our own will.
Right. But that's been
So bad.
amazing fantasy Sunday morning kickoff stream. Join us every Sunday at 10 a.m. Central. And please check out our long form YouTube video out every Friday morning, which would be our
Iron
matchups.
podcast format.
And in podcast format, yes. Check that out. Follow us on Twitter for news updates. Join our Discord for fantasy discussion and all kinds of other fun things, movies, games.
I can't keep smiling like this.
And drag out the ending. Learn how to drag out the ending of your shows. So Josh pulls a muscle at his cheek. Later, everybody.
Have a good one, folks. Good luck
Subscribe and share.
good luck in your weeks. And Chris, I hope you lose in every league.
Going 4-0 this week. Let's go.